I never believed in the supernatural. Not really. But that night, everything changed. The Whitmore Hotel loomed ahead, dark and silent. The gates were rusted, swaying slightly in the cold wind. A thick fog curled along the cracked stone path, moving like living fingers. The air shifted as I stepped forward. It grew colder, heavier. Every breath felt like inhaling ice. The world seemed to pause, holding its breath with me. Someone is here. I forced a laugh, tried to convince myself it was nothing. But my stomach twisted, a warning I couldn't ignore. The lobby stretched ahead. Dust drifted in the weak moonlight. Cobwebs hung from the chandeliers, swaying slightly. The silence pressed down, thick and heavy. Every echo of my footsteps sounded like a drumbeat of warning. Shadows clung to the corners, twisting unnaturally. A soft shuffle echoed from the upper floor. I froze, my pulse raced. I swallowed hard. "Just imagination," I whispered. But I didn't believe it. I took another step. The floorboards groaned under my weight. The hallway seemed to stretch endlessly. Doors lined the walls, some ajar, some shut tight. At the far end, a door creaked open by itself. "Come here." I held my breath. No one was there. The feeling of being watched pressed down like a heavy hand. I forced myself forward, heart hammering, every nerve screaming. Room 217 waited silently. The door warped, but I pushed it open. The hinges screamed in protest, sharp and piercing. Inside, everything was frozen in time. A half-drunk glass of water on the nightstand, a coat slumped over the chair, a diary lying open on the bedspread. I approached the diary slowly. The pages were yellowed, trembling slightly as if caught in an invisible wind. One line jumped out. "They won't let me leave." The ink was smudged, written in a shaking hand. And the date, November 12th, 1986. I checked my phone. Today was also November 12th. 39 years later, yet the hotel remained unchanged. A low hum filled the room. It vibrated through the floorboards, walls, even the air itself. "Stay." I bolted toward the hallway. The staircase appeared at the end, winding impossibly upward. Each step groaned beneath me. I ran faster, but the stairs seemed endless, stretching, mocking me with every step. I glanced back. A shadow moved, impossibly tall, its head tilted unnaturally. No face, just darkness. It didn't move, yet I felt its gaze pierce me. The pressure against my chest made it hard to breathe. "Don't run." I stumbled down the stairs, nearly falling, scrambling back up. Echoes in the hall sounded like multiple footsteps. Doors slammed behind me one by one. Cold fingers brushed the back of my neck. I screamed, but the sound barely left my throat. I leaned against the bed, chest heaving. The diary still trembled in my hands, as if alive. I opened it further. The last pages were filled with frantic handwriting. "They won't let me leave. It watches me. I hear it in the walls." The words blurred as my vision shook. A sudden chill ran down my spine. The air thickened, almost suffocating. I could see my breath curling in front of me. Then, from the shadows, came a low vibration, a hum that resonated in my bones. It grew louder, rhythmic, like a heartbeat. The walls seemed to pulse with it. "Stay." I bolted for the stairwell. Footsteps echoed behind me, though I dared not look back. The steps of the staircase were endless. Each step seemed longer than the last. The air tasted metallic. At the landing, I froze. A shape stood before me. Tall, impossibly tall. Its head tilted unnaturally, shadow swallowing the details of its face. I could feel it pressing against me, an invisible weight pushing my chest inward. My legs trembled. "Don't run." I ran anyway, down the stairs, through the hallways, doors slamming behind me, one by one. Slam, slam, slam. The echoes chased me. The air was cold, sharp, slicing through my lungs. I felt something brush my shoulder, fingers, cold, sharp. I screamed, but the sound barely escaped. The shadow followed, but I dared not glance back. The hotel seemed to bend around me, corridors stretching impossibly, walls leaning in to watch me flee. My heartbeat thundered in my ears. Each step became a fight against exhaustion, against fear, against the invisible force chasing me. I stumbled into the main hall. Dust swirled, caught in the dim moonlight. Shadows moved independently of the light. The chandeliers swayed as if sighing with a life of their own. Come here. I pushed through the main doors. The fog wrapped around me like a living thing. The gates of the Whitmore Hotel hung open, silent and wide. Sunlight was beginning to break through the morning haze, but the shadows from inside still clung to the corners of my vision. My clothes were torn, my phone was dead, my throat raw from screaming. Every nerve in my body screamed to run, but my legs felt heavy, almost numb. I glanced back. The hotel loomed in the morning light, its windows dark, yet shadows twisted inside. I could feel eyes, countless, unseen eyes following me. Come back. It waits for you. I stumbled onto the cracked stone path, the fog parting reluctantly, as if the building itself did not want to let me go. Each step away was a battle against the pull of that place, against the invisible hands tugging at my soul. Finally, I collapsed in the grass outside the gates. The sun warmed my face. The air smelled fresh, but every breath carried the memory of the cold, oppressive weight inside. I tried to speak, but my voice was hoarse. I tried to call for help, but the phone remained lifeless. The Whitmore Hotel was behind me, yet its presence lingered. I swore I would never return. But at night, when the wind stirs the trees just so, I hear the whisper again. Come here. It's waiting. Sometimes, even in the daylight, I catch a glimpse of shadows where none should be. A fleeting chill, a whisper that makes the hair on my arms stand on end. The Whitmore Hotel did not just exist as a building. It existed as a presence, alive, patient, and watching. And I know now that it waits, not just for me, but for anyone who dares step through its gates. I will never go back, but the whispers, they will never leave me.